Hi there, I'm Kim MacDonald in for Suzanne Leonard on this first Friday of 2015, and no shortage of storms to talk about. So yes, we're in Stormwatch. And not just storms, but some very cold, in fact dangerous temperatures. They're about to invade almost the entire country over the next couple of days. So you've got some time, but still giving you the heads up now. So we've got two systems that are going to combine. We've got this Alberta clipper that's moving across the prairies as we speak, and this developing Texas low moving up, and it's coming in from the Gulf. And these two are going to combine to be a very messy storm. Yeah, I can watch those all day, and yeah, they look like a very good contender for around the world in 60 seconds. So we have additional snow coming to the foothills of Alberta, and that is because of upsloping. So in the wake of this system, high pressure moves in, we get an easterly wind, and then we get snow in the foothills. The snow up ahead of it is the actual clipper. So southern areas of Manitoba, northwestern Ontario, you will be into some heavy snow as the night wears on. And this is what Alberta has been looking like. So all the snowfall warnings have come to an end in Alberta, but the snow's still coming down, and you're going to have to watch for that very cold air moving in behind it. Here's another look at the actual radar, so showing the snow. And the darker blues are an indication of the heavier snow, so just along that Saskatchewan-Manitoba border, that's where the heavier stuff is falling as we speak, and as a result, Environment Canada has issued snowfall warnings. So they extend from Regina all the way into northwestern Ontario. So that's where our snow is coming down. North Bay, and the kind of view that you have, like Joe just did, makes our show that much better. So there's that snow pushing eastward. Now, this is for the next system, the one coming in from the prairies, combining with the Texas low, and that's going to bring additional snow to places like North Bay. For everybody, this is an initial shot of snow across the Great Lakes, and then temperatures are going to rise. And you know what happens then? Well, we get snow changing over to rain, and in the interim, we could see freezing rain or ice pellets. The freezing rain, mainly for the higher elevations, so the Dundalk Highlands, for example, under the freezing rain warning. Now, we could see more warnings and watches across Ontario as the systems approach, but right now, almost everybody is in a special weather statement, so keep that in mind. And these warnings extend right into Quebec. So Montreal is in a freezing rain warning, Quebec City, winter storm warning, and we've got some snow squalls as well to contend with along the mouth of the St. Lawrence, including the Gaspé. So now we're talking about Atlantic Canada. You've already had your fair share of sea effect snow. We had a weak low develop over Newfoundland through the day on Friday, and it's gradually moving out, but we have additional snow coming down. This is not heavy for you. I think the bigger story will be the big drop in temperatures over the next couple of days. So this is going to bring some very wintry weather for the beginning of the year. A winter storm watch is in place for coastal areas, and including Vancouver Island. And of course, we know that elevation plays a big part in what kind of precipitation you're going to see. So the higher up you go, the more snow you're going to see. Right now, we've had some showers, but this storm is moving in for Saturday into Sunday. And for the western interior, we're talking about heavy amounts of snow possibly changing over to freezing rain in some cases. So it's this Pacific low that's clashing with cold air. And as a result, places that haven't seen a whole lot of snow so far this winter are going to see the snow. So in the white, that's the heaviest snow, again, northern areas of the province. So Stormwatch continues. We'll follow in ski country, cottage country in the summertime, and it's lake effect country, and that's exactly what we were seeing. Snow squalls in Muskoka. That was the kind of Thursday. It was New Year's Day, shoveling the snow. And, you know, it's part of a bigger story. So we get the snow squalls, we're getting temperatures rising and falling, and then we're getting the snow squalls again. So let's take a look at the pattern across the country. So for next week, I know this is not what you want to see, but it's Canada, it's January, it's going to get cold, and it's going to get very cold in places that haven't seen these kinds of temperatures yet. The prairies certainly have. You haven't seen it all that cold yet in the Atlantic region or in Ontario or Quebec, but that frigid air is coming in, and the only place that's going to be immune to all of this cold Siberian air will be the BC coast. You're going to have a cool down, but you're not going to see what the rest of the country is going to see. So this is this is a scary map, isn't it? So this is Monday, and in the purple, that would be our coldest weather, minus 14 or minus 15, and then colder into the minus 30 mark once you get into those really dark purples. And the thing is, it's not relegated to the north, as we can see. It continues to spread eastward. By Thursday, a little bit of a bump for Ontario, but boy, midweek temperatures are going to be feeling like the minus 20s for daytime highs in places like southern Ontario. So what does that mean? Frostbite, it can occur very quickly, especially when we're looking at the temperatures dropping into the -40s with the wind chill. So that means, say -20 to -39, that your skin can freeze in 10 to 30 minutes. Get colder than that, it's 5 to 10 minutes. So this becomes a very dangerous situation, obviously, and that's why there are extreme cold weather warnings in place. We already have them in place for northern Manitoba and northern Ontario, but yeah, we could get a few more warnings as we get into the long range. In the meantime, overnight, you're going to see temperatures in the -20s in Kapuskasing and in Timmins, and then feeling like the -30s. So you're starting to get into that colder air, and obviously at night, it seems obvious to me, but that's when we get our coldest air traditionally, and in the early morning hours as well. So we've got this system moving in from Texas. We've got a clipper moving across the prairies, the two combining, and this is what you're looking at for Saturday afternoon. So this is snow in blue. In green, that's rain. So temperatures are going to rise before they fall. And in between, that's the danger zone. That is the icy mix. So freezing rain possible. Today, everything changed. Temperatures have dropped into the -teens. It's going to get colder for Friday. And Canmore is about to see more snow. So we had snow coming down in Alberta through the day. It's still falling, by the way. And we're going to see some upsloping winds. So some snow will continue to accumulate through Saturday, and Canmore is in there. So yes, 5 to 10 for some, 10 to 15 centimeters for others. And BC, you're into some snow as well, because you're going to get a cold shot of air. That's going to combine with a Pacific low. So a lot of Pacific moisture combined with cold air, and suddenly we've got snow falling rather than rain in areas that normally do see rain. So temperatures through the overnight, quite cold in places like Prince George, -18, feeling like -27. And your storm will come Saturday into Sunday for BC. There are winter storm watches in place. So there's that upsloping snow for the foothills, and temperatures are about to drop into the -20s, feeling like the -30s across the prairies. Stormwatch continues. Your Long Ranger is next. Hi, I'm Kim MacDonald. Thanks for joining me. We are in Stormwatch here at the Weather Network. We've got a couple of things going on. We have an Alberta clipper, and that's what was responsible for that snow in Saskatchewan. We've got a Texas low, and it is moving up from the Gulf into the Great Lakes. And we also have a storm that has not developed yet. It's a Pacific system that's moving on to the BC coast come the weekend. So yes, we've got all of those systems to talk about, but we also have temperatures. Temperatures, a big story. So across much of the eastern half of the country, and certainly the west, colder than average temperatures. We see a big dip in the jet stream. So this is for next week. And then on the BC coast, you're going to see temperatures dip, but they are going to rise again. So it's not going to be so bad for you in BC. It's like you've got your own special little warm spot in the country, because everywhere else is going to be cold. And I'm talking in the north about wind chills in the -40s. We already have extreme wind chill or extreme weather warnings for northern areas of Manitoba and Ontario as well through the overnight hours. So feeling like -45 and colder. But even southern Ontario is going to see wind chills in the -20s by the time we get to Wednesday. So yes, some very cold air to start off January, but not quite yet. So this is just an indication of how much time it takes for you to get frostbite in extreme wind chill. So when we're talking about the -40s, we're talking about 5-10 minutes outside. Exposed skin could have some serious repercussions. Northern areas of Ontario, -24 in Kapuskasing, -24 in Timmins, but feeling much colder than that. By comparison, Thunder Bay doesn't look that bad at this point, -13. This is for Saturday afternoon. So we've got those two systems, the Clipper and the Texas low, combining. The Texas low is the bigger system, so it's going to absorb that Clipper. And this is what it's going to bring. So snow for a lot of people first. Almost everyone will see a shot of snow, but then temperatures gradually warming. So in southern Ontario, snow transitioning over to rain. But in the interim, we had freezing rain or ice pellets, and there are freezing rain warnings in place because of it. As far as winds are concerned, Saturday morning, pretty breezy across Atlantic Canada. We've got a low that's departing, but on its way out, we're going to see some of that sea effect snow continue. And temperatures are going to rise and then fall. So we're looking at temperatures in Halifax, for example, up around 10 degrees and then 7 degrees and then down to -10. So yeah, temperatures are going to rise and then fall. Temperatures overnight across the Maritimes and Newfoundland, very chilly, feeling like -27 in both Charlottetown and St. John. Fredericton feeling like -28. And that was the genesis of our Alberta Clipper. So it started in Alberta, We call it a clipper because it moves quickly across the country, across the west to start. Overnight tonight, temperatures very cold. It's hard to believe that yesterday temperatures were above freezing in Calgary. That is no longer the case. Minus 18 feeling like minus 26, colder in Grand Prairie. And then as that cold air moves in, we get this easterly wind and the snow starts to pile up for the foothills of Alberta. So we are anticipating some snowfall. And in BC, I'm not even started with you yet. We've got a system moving in, cold air combining, and as a result, we have winter storm watches in place up and down the coast for Saturday into Sunday. I'll have more on that coming up. Don't go away.